Okay, so we want to determine the average rate of change for this graph f of x equals x to the fourth from the point x equals -1 to the point x equals 0. So on our graph, let me write pen out. That would be from here to here. Now, let's pretend for a moment that we cannot actually just count that. Okay. So I want to make sure that we understand how to do it algebraically. Ultimately, you're just figuring out the slope, right? You're figuring out what is the slope of that line. That's the average rate of change. So our average rate of change we can find by doing f of x sub 2 minus f of x sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And again, yes, on this graph we can count it, but not always is that the case. So it is important to make sure we've got this algebraic process. So let's say that this will be my x sub 1, this will be my x sub 2. So I'm going to say f of 0 minus f of -1 over 2 subtract -1 because, or sorry, 0 subtract -1 becomes 0 plus 1. Okay, well, f of 0 is, just plug 0 right into our function, right? 0 to the fourth. F of -1 would be -1 to the fourth. I'm just going to simplify that denominator down. We get 0 minus -1 to the fourth would be a positive 1, which would reduce everything down to -1. Okay, so our average rate of change from x equals -1 to x equals 0 is -1. And that's that.